I just want to start off by saying I really love my people. I really do. Always have. I love how strong we are. I love how resilient we are as a people. I love how we've been able to overcome all the challenges despite living in this country and dealing with some of the things that we have to deal with. I love how colorful we are, how animated we are, how extraordinarily creative and talented we are. I also love the fact that we've kind of become the trendsetters of the world despite being at the bottom of the economic totem pole. People still look at us for fashion trends and slang and style. So that's impressive to me. The fact that we can be at the bottom economically, but people still want to look at us for fashion and culture and different things like that. That's cool. But with that being said, we got a long way to go. We got a long ass way to go as a people. And quite frankly, I'm starting to get embarrassed with a few things. I'm starting to get embarrassed by the way we treat each other. I'm getting embarrassed about the power struggle that exists between black men and black women. There's economic reasons behind that. I'm getting embarrassed about the number of single parent households we produce. I'm embarrassed about the fact that even in 2023, we still don't have a unified political agenda as a people. We don't have an agenda, a 10-point bullet plan that we can go to the government and say, hey, in order to get our vote, these are the things that we need in our community. Every other group of people does that with their vote. You give the Democrats a vote, you give the Republicans a vote. Here's what we need in exchange for our vote. We don't do that. And how long we've been in America? How long is that shit gonna take? We gotta get organized. I'm also embarrassed about the fact that we still to this day, we seek validation in expensive clothing lines, right? Gucci, Prada, Dior, Fendi, you name it. We still seeking validation from those brands. Them brands don't give a fuck about you. Why are we supporting it? I'm embarrassed about the fact that rappers still kill each other. Every time I turn it on the TV, I'm seeing another rapper dead. Why are we killing each other? Why? I'm embarrassed about the fact that we attack each other through music still. No other music genre behaves like that. Where the fuck do we get that from? I'm embarrassed. You should be too. I actually wrote down some quotes from some of the current rappers today. It's ridiculous. I'm looking at it. Cardi B, she says, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got that ring. That's bullshit. Megan Thee Stallion said, I break niggas to pieces. I never put my faith in a nigga. I'ma die independent. Fuck does that mean? 21 Savage said, fuck a wedding ring, I bought a necklace. Future, I don't give a fuck about no ring. Snoop Dogg, who I love, even he said, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. The shit is ridiculous. The toxicity that we're creating for our people. When we gonna learn? We looking stupid out here. I'm just lost for words. The level of disrespect and dysfunction, I'm lost for words. We gotta get better. How the fuck we gonna accomplish anything as a community and we don't even respect each other? We don't respect each other. We don't work together. We don't trust each other. How we gonna build? How we gonna build anything? And trust me, I understand we've been impacted by systematic racism. We've been impacted by oppression, mass incarceration, social engineering. I understand. But at some point, we got to stand up and we got to correct our own shit. We got to fix our own problems. That shit starts today. It starts now. That's all I got to say. Fucking ridiculous.
It shines so bright, and you and I were meant to fly like planes up in the sky. The sun is yours, and the moon is mine, and I'll fill up my cup and drink this moment like it's wine.
What up, though? What's going on, everybody? My name is Ray Whitlock, and welcome to another episode of Views and Poetry. On my show, I keep it 100, I keep it real, and I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts and opinions using the beautiful art form of poetry and spoken word. Today, we'll be talking about Black culture and how I believe we've been socially engineered, we've lost our way as a people, and how we ourselves continue to perpetuate the toxic environment in which we live today. Everybody sit back, buckle your seatbelts. It's gonna be a hell of a show. What's the difference between the people who win and the people who lose and finish last? What's the difference between the kids who always make the AB honor roll and stay ahead of the class and the kids who finish dead last and flunk the class? What's the difference between a sports team who wins multiple championships and a team that never won a championship? The answer is culture. And quite frankly, I'm disappointed in Black culture. It's time for us to clean up the mess and street sweep it like a vulture. We still call each other niggas and bitches, and the young cats sagging so low, you can see the dookie stains on their britches. We could be solving cases on street violence, but we shame each other for being snitches. And far too many of us still think that sports and entertainment is the only path to riches. Systematic racism and social engineering has flipped our community upside down. Now we the only race of people who force our women to lead and put on a crown. This is the byproduct of Black males being systematically beaten down, locked down, and rarely being around. We often degrade each other through music. No other race consistently betrays each other through music. Other races make songs about how we need each other. All we do is make songs about how we don't need each other. No wonder we leave each other. So stop calling each other niggas and bitches. We need more kings and queens. We've been coming up too short. It's time to rock your family jeans. We produced a movie called The Woman King. No other race of people would ever call a woman a king. So what's next? We gonna call Mufasa a queen in the next Lion King? Recognize that the Black Panther 2 movie has 0 male heroes. It's no coincidence that the Black Panther 2 movie has 0 male heroes. It's clear that the objective is to emasculate the black male and make him look like a zero. So ladies, don't miss the bigger picture when they stroke your ego, because no community can reach its full potential without Debo. A hurricane without strong wind is not a threat. A race of people without strong, successful men is no threat. You understand the significance of this message yet? Don't let this go over your head like a hairnet. All we hear in our community is strong and independent. But when our community get attacked, we can't even defend it. You know why? Because we not together. We too independent. We lack solidarity. We just serve everybody else like a flight attendant. What we really become is selfish and independent. A whole bunch of solitary individuals who abandon each other fast like a New York minute. Hell, we kick each other out the house like we voting for the Senate. I'm getting tired of the broken behavior, and I deeply resent it. But right now, we the people who most represent it. So I gotta be the one to present it. We can't continue forcing Big Mama to be the leader of the family. Deep down, she don't really want to be the leader of the family. She would much rather have a husband and not have to worry about being the leader of the family. So we need a renewed focus on the development of our young kings. We need all fathers on deck putting your sons beneath your wings. Black manhood can no longer be secondary. It's time for us to get our championship rings. Our people need to plant seeds of higher expectations so we can grow. We've been tripping for a long time. We set the bar way too low. When other races cast their votes, you see tangible progress. But blacks been voting Democrat for the past 50 years and I don't see no tangible progress. I just see smoke screens and the fake imagery of progress. But that's what happens when you give your vote away without demanding real progress. They just give us a bunch of lip service and empty cosmetics, but ain't nothing sweet like the diet of a diabetic. Now we got no real leg to stand on like a prosthetic. And to my brothers, when we gonna stop killing other brothers? Especially if Black Lives Matter when other races kill our brothers. As for street gangs, when we gonna stop shooting each other because of a color? I wanna see you redirect your gangster and protect our neighborhoods from the others. That's supposed to be one of the responsibilities of being a black brother. As men, that's also a great way to get the respect back. They chopped off the head of the snake for a reason, so we gotta get that neck back. We've been playing checkers for way too long. It's time to bring chess back. Black Wall Street is a perfect example of how we can be self-reliant and bring them checks back. I've never seen a community so divided, to the point where even dark-skinned and light-skinned blacks have often collided. Stolen from our rooted culture, we severely lost and misguided. Black love used to be strong, but that's before they broke up the black home and convinced our women that they better off doing it all alone. Now we the only community bragging about doing everything on our own. And as a result, many of us end up dying alone. But remember, when God come home, we can't take none of this material shit home. 21 Savage said, I don't chase bitches, I leave them. Megan Thee Stallion said, get that bread, get that head and leave them. These rappers be capping when they rapping, don't believe them. Hip hop been dogging relationships for a while, so we gotta golden retrieve them. Black women, I wanna see your natural hair bloom. You no longer have to adhere to European beauty standards when you groom. So why not rock it? It's full like the moon. We've been on their program for way too long. It's time to change the tune. Seeing a black woman rock their natural hair is hotter than the month of June. Sisters, you can be yourself and still win the game like Venus Williams when she first landed on the moon. The detractors tried to alienate her like she was from Neptune, but she kept dropping hits like she was rapping with the Neptunes. So what's our economic calling card? Hispanics dominate farming, construction, and they can work wonders on your front yard. Meanwhile, Asians top the academic scorecards. Over 29% of software developers come from their backyard. Almost 20% of medical physicians come from their backyard. They tend to push their children hard. The Indians dominate engineering. A very large percentage come from their backyard. So I'll ask the question again. What's going to be black people's economic calling card? What career lanes do we want to open up so future generations can take the wheel? We dominate sports and entertainment, but for 99% of blacks, that reality ain't real. A new standard of realistic occupational success, along with more business ownership, would be ideal. If we value brains over rock and chains, far less of us would ever miss a meal. So I'll repeat, stop calling each other niggas and bitches. We need more kings and queens. We've been coming up too short. It's time to rock your family jeans.